Yes, boy Bobby, you want to say something?
Ma'am, in 3.3 and 3.4, I have doubt.
Okay, bacha, I have that ready with me, so I will share. I will open that for you. You're saying 3.3. Anyone else? Any doubts in fractions?
No, ma'am.
Any exercise? Then you can tell me, and I'll open that.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No. Okay.
Ma'am, please take care.
Yes, bacha. Thank you, Daksh. Is that Daksh? No?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, bacha. I'm taking it. Thank you so much. 3.3, boy will be right.
Yes, ma'am.
This one?
Yes,
Yeah, I remember. I gave this as homework.
3.3 A part, I have doubt.
Okay. Tell me, which part? A part?
Full part. A part. The full A part.
Yeah, Rebanta, he is also better, bacha. He is not okay, but he is better. He has some kind of an infection, and infection will take another 2-3 weeks to go.
Okay. Out in 3.5.
Okay, Pranavi, I'll open. Boy Bobby, you're not able to understand how to find equivalent fractions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, bacha, whenever we have to find equivalent fraction, there are two ways. The easiest way, yes, bacha.
And that time, that when I was present, you said us that we should do only till 3.4. I was never absent in this class. So, ma'am, we didn't did 3.5.
Okay, we have not done 3.5. Okay, maybe Pranavi ne try. Pranavi, did you try to do questions of 3.5?
Yes, ma'am, I did them, but I found some doubts in 3.5.
Okay, no problem. Whatever doubts Pranavi has, I will clear, and then we will see if there are any difficult questions in 3.5. We'll do. And yes, good evening, bacha. Otherwise, I'll tell you which questions. So you people didn't do 3.5 when ma'am was not there. Huh?
Ma'am, there was another solution you could have done when you were not there. Where you message that I'm not nice and the Zoom meeting will not do, or there you can also post it the homework.
No, bacha, I can't do that. Homework is to be told in the class. I mean, I can only tell homework in the class.
Ma'am, why is that so, ma'am? Ma'am?
Yes, Kian.
I think you have told us only to do B, C, and D of 3.3.
No, Kian, I remember I told you because we have done equivalent fractions also.
Okay.
Okay, chalo, I'll tell you. So there are two ways. The easier way is that if I multiply and find the equivalent fractions. Children, I use division in fractions only when I have to reduce the fraction. Okay, for equivalent fraction, we always prefer the way of...
Ma'am, have you kept... Ma'am, actually, over here, when I'm seeing on the screen, it's just showing half of the page.
Half of the page?
Yes.
Good, Ishan. Now, bacha, I am better. Wait. I'll just check. I didn't download the page. Maybe that is why. I'll download this page. Wait.
I can just see a bit so less part of that.
Okay, I'm downloading it.
I don't know it's happening with others or not.
Now see, wait. Is it visible now properly?
Ma'am, no, it's half. It's showing half. Maybe I joined with iPad, that is so.
I'll share again if that helps you. Yes, bacha, I do not have a daughter. I have a son. He is also much better now. He will take a long time to get cured properly. So that's okay. He's taking time in recovery. Is it better now?
Yes, ma'am. Now it's better.
Okay. So in order to find, there are two things that we do, children. multiplication and division. So division we do when we have to reduce the fraction. Suppose if the question is that reduce the fraction to its lowest term.
Ma'am, I know this part. My mother
Then-
explained me we should multiply it by 2. If we
Yes.
do,
Yes.
then we can also multiply it by 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5. To see the equality of the fraction.
Correct. So I'm explaining that whenever the question comes that reduce the fraction to its lowest term, you will always divide both the numerator and the denominator by the common number. But boy, Bobby, in this question, like it says that find equivalent fractions. So, bacha, we find equivalent fractions like this. For example, I have 9 divided by 11. Now, in order to find its equivalent fraction, I can multiply both numerator and denominator by any common number. But make sure that you multiply both numerator and denominator by the same number. You cannot use different number, but otherwise the fraction will not be equivalent. See like this. If I multiply 9 by 11 into 2 upon 2, then I will get an equivalent fraction. If I multiply both the numerator and denominator by 5, again, I'll get an equivalent fraction. If I multiply both numerator and denominator by 10, then also I will get equivalent fraction. So I can multiply numerator and denominator by any number, but the number should be same. Okay? And children, if the question comes that find first 3 or first 4, first 5 equivalent fractions, then you have to go in sequence. First, when you will multiply it by 1, the fraction remains the same. Then when you multiply by 2, you will get an equivalent fraction.
Ma'am, we'll get.
Multiply by 3.
I was saying, if we multiply a number by a number both, then what happens? We get the equality of the thing.
Correct.
That's
But
what
the
the
question
equality
differs. Bacha, but the question differs. If the question is that find 3 fractions equivalent to each of the given fractions, you have the freedom to multiply numerator and denominator by any number. You can multiply by 10, by 100, by 1000, anything.
But ma'am, but they are saying the equality. So we will go step by step. 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4.
If you are doing that way, that is great. That is also correct. But
Ma'am,
if
I
you
did
get
it that way, I didn't did it any more way.
But bacha, this way is also there. That's why I'm telling you. If the question is find first 3 equivalent fraction, then multiply by 2, multiply by 3, multiply by 4, go in sequence. But if it doesn't mention the word that find first 3 equivalent fractions, then you can multiply by any number. If that freedom is there to you when the specific first word is not there.
Ma'am, I didn't understand.
Is that Zaira?
Yes, ma'am.
Bacha, what I am trying to say that, you know, when you will do questions in your school book, there would be questions like find first 3 or first 5 equivalent fractions of the given fraction. When the word first 3, first 5 like this is mentioned, then you have to go in sequence. Like first multiply both the numerator and denominator by 2. Then multiply both the numerator and denominator by 3. Then multiply both the numerator and denominator by 4. You go in that sequence. But if that word first 3 or first 5 or anything, first word if not mentioned, then you have the freedom to multiply numerator and denominator by any number. But make sure that the number that you multiply numerator and denominator with should always be same. And the fraction that you will get will be an equivalent fraction.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, this is the difference. Why I am explaining you this difference? Because in Olympiad, question would be of this kind, but in your book, in your school book, questions could be of that kind also. So you should know if the statement of the question differs, then how to find out the answer. Boy Bobby, is it clear?
Oh, ma'am, I got little bit confused.
Okay, tell me. Okay, you tell me that how will you find out the equivalent fraction of 9 by 11? Which way do you find it easier? Going in sequence? If you Boy Bobby, unmute. If you multiply both the numerator and denominator by 2, you will get an equivalent fraction. So 9 2s are what?
Ma'am, 9 2s are 18.
11 2s are?
22.
18 by 22 is an equivalent fraction of 9 by 11. Okay. Now suppose if I multiply 9 upon 11 with 5, both the numerator and denominator by 5, what will you get? 9 5s are?
45.
45. And 11 5s are?
55.
55. So 45 by 55 is an equivalent fraction of 9 by 11. Now, Boy Bobby, did you understand? Bacha, please do not interrupt in between.
Ma'am?
Boy Bobby, did you understand now?
Yes, ma'am. But if we do with all the fractions, then we'll get all the fractions equivalent, no?
Yes, if you multiply the numerator and denominator both by the same number, then you will keep on getting equivalent fractions. But make sure, Bacha, 1 second please. But make sure that you multiply 9 by 11. Do not multiply this further. You're not supposed to multiply the answer any further. You have to multiply the original fraction only. Okay, Boy Bobby?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, who is speaking? Is that Dharya?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Dharya.
Question. That
Yes.
Only definitely if they say when 3 fractions equated to each other given of the fraction. So shall you? So that time they are not using first. So is it only the rule that we should not make in sequence, or we can do it in any way?
You can do in any way. But if the question is specific that you have to do it in sequence only, then you can't go anyway. In this question, you can do it in any way. Okay, if the question comes, find first 3 fractions equivalent to each of the given fractions. If the word first is there after find, then you will have to multiply it by 2, then by 3, then by 4, like that. Then you can't do it anyway. But if the statement is like this, then find 3 fractions equivalent to each of the given fractions. You can do it anyway. You can do it in sequence or without sequence.
Ma'am? Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Kian?
Like, can we do it like 9 by 11 into 1 by 1?
Yes, if you do it 1 by 1, but you will get the same thing, no?
Okay. And can we do 9 by 11 into 10 by 10?
Yes,
Any number, it will be correct.
Yes, any number it will be correct. Till the time that word first is not there, then it is correct in any sequence.
Even 4 by 5, we can do it by 9,
Any number, no problem in this.
Like ma'am, we have to replay 9 by 11 into 2 by 2. We have to write the answer 9 by 11 into like any number. We have to write 3 times. We have to do that 3 times and get 3 numbers and write the answer.
Yes, correct. You can multiply numerator, denominator by any 3 different numbers and you will get equivalent fractions.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, Ishan?
Ma'am, I have made a greeting card on my mom and dad marriage anniversary. Can I show you?
Yes, you can show me. Wow, that is great. Wow, you made this? Open it up.
Yes, ma'am.
How to open? Wow. Nice. Who gave you the idea? Is it your own creativity, Ishan?
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice. Very good, bacha. Good effort. Okay, boy Bobby, is there another doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, bacha.
I understood, but I have a confusion. If we do all the fractions, then all the fractions will be equivalent fractions. Then which three fractions will be the answer?
Give me example. Give me an example.
Like I did all the fractions, and then all the fractions are equivalent fractions. Then which will be the three equivalent fractions?
No, how did you find all the fractions? Which all the fractions are you talking about, boy Bobby?
And the full A part.
Hey, full A part, how did you do? Like 9 by 11, how did you multiply this to find out the equivalent? You are saying if you multiply each part by the same number, suppose 9 by 11 also by 2, 4 by 5 also by 2.
No, ma'am. If we multiply 9 by 11 by 2, if we multiply the whole A part, and we'll get the answers equivalent, then which three will be the main answers? Because the question is telling find three fractions equivalent to each of the given fractions.
But each of the following nikalna hai na, how are you multiplying the whole A part? I'm still not getting it. Are you multiplying 9 by 11 with 4 by 5 with 5 by 7 with 3 by 10? Are you doing it this way?
No, ma'am.
You have to find three fractions equivalent. Okay, for example, boy Bobby, I have 4 by 5. So I have to find three fractions equivalent to it. So I have to write 4 by 5. Who is doing this on the screen? I have to write 4 by 5 3 times like this. And then I have to choose a number to multiply 4 by 5 with. See, I've written it 3 different times. Now choose a number. Which number shall I multiply 4 by 5 with? Choose any one number.
Ma'am, 2.
Suppose if I choose 2, boy Bobby, then what do I get? 8 by 10. So 8 by 10 is one equivalent fraction of 4 by 5. You have to do it only 3. Like choose any 3 numbers. Now tell me next. Okay, any 3. Don't keep on doing it. Like next is 5. So 4 by 5 upon 5 by 5 will give me 20 by 25. It is my choice that which number do I want to multiply that fraction with. And any third number, please.
Ma'am, 6.
6. So if I multiply this by 6 now, so I will get 24 upon 30. So it is my choice that which number I choose to multiply the fraction with.
Ma'am, means we'll multiply the same fraction 3 times.
Yes, the same fraction 3 times.
Okay, ma'am.
The original fraction 3 times, not the answer. Okay?
Ma'am?
Yes. Yes, Revanta. Is it Revanta?
Kian.
Yes, Kian.
I have a doubt in 3.5.
Acha, bache, wait, I'm going. Revanta, is the question from 3.3?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it?
No, 3.2. Oh, yes. Sorry. Ma'am, in this way, first if we do it like this, first 1 and the 3 means find the 3 fractions, then the question number 2 like that. Means first we have to do 9 by 11, 9 by 11, and then 9 by 11. Then we will solve it, and then we will go to the next question.
Yes. Because you have to find 3 equivalent fractions. So each time you have to multiply 9 by 11 by a different number. Okay, like first you are doing 9 by 11 into 2 by 2. Then you are doing 9 by 11 into 3 by 3. Then you are doing 9 by 11 into 4 by 4. Like this.
So can we choose any number to multiply.
Any number to multiply, your choice.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. This is
Okay. Kian, is there any doubt in 3.3 or shall I go to 3.4?
I have in 3.5.
Acha, okay, wait Kian, wait. Then first let me go to 3.4. ये आगे change कैसे होगा? 1 second, huh? I'll just. Oh, what did I do now? 3.4.
And this is boy. I also have doubt in 3.4.
Yes, boy, Bobby. 3.4. Which question?
Ma'am, question number 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15.
My God, but we did these questions that day, boy, Bobby. Where were you? Were you absent in the in the class which I took on last Saturday?
No, ma'am. I was trying to do it, but I got
Confusion?
really confused. Yes,
Okay, no problem. I will not solve the whole thing, but I will explain you how to do it. Okay? And then you can do, and if still there will be confusion, then you can ask me in the next class.